New lubricated chain. Ow. Foot peg. So, it is the day after Thanksgiving. So it's Black Friday. No, I'm not going shopping. And also, I'm going to get some donuts. And before you guys are all like, but Alex, I thought you were into health and all that kind of stuff. I am. But every once in a while you can treat yourself. It's all right. When you don't have that many cheat days and all that kind of stuff, that's fine. So I went and saw Doctor Strange. I know I'm a little behind on this one, but it is what it is, and I'm doing this a little late. I liked it a lot. I know they changed the character around a tiny bit because Doctor Strange was more like flat out, he was a dick. He was just a dick. That's all he was. When people were like, my brother actually came up with this very well. Like, when people said, hey, we're going to do a benefit for this charity, he would say things like, well, I'm not going to make any money, so why the hell would I do that? Kind of thing. He was very selfish. Benedict Cumberbatch is a little more heart of gold kind of thing. Like, he's more like Tony Stark now, where he's arrogant, but he's more lovable. Because the heart of gold kind of thing. He does lash out at his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend thing throughout the movie and treats her like crap, but he's frustrated, and it almost comes from a point of understandability. So that was one thing that changed about it. But that's really, I guess, the only thing that I can find different about the movie that I really didn't like. Or I wouldn't say that, not even that. That's the only thing I could say. That was different between comic and movie. So, other than that, I thought the special effects were great. I thought everything was seamless. They did a really good job with introducing you to that world. It didn't feel like you were part of a Marvel movie. It gave you a lot of baby stepping into understandability, which was absolutely awesome. It also dropped a shit ton of Easter eggs, like a ton. There is, at one point, the friend holds up this staff and he says, this is the staff of the Living Tribunal. The Living Tribunal is basically one of those people that he's old and he was around before the Big Bang, I believe. And he's pretty much the most powerful thing in the entire universe. So how they got him, or a part of him, or something that's got his essence, I guess, into a stick, I don't know. But they did a great job at that one. The whole thing's like a chain whip kind of deal. The staff is wood, and then when you twist it and pull it apart, it's more like a 9-sectional staff, but a lot shorter. The magical items in it were really fun. I did like that there was always like, what does it do? You always had this feeling of like, what does that thing do kind of deal. And Doctor Strange, he doesn't choose the cloak that he wears, the cloak chooses him. And at one point you see it, and it's floating around in a case, and you're like, oh, that's his cloak! But it, at one point, saves him. And that's how he gets it, is it basically like, it helps him out. I should say, it didn't feel like your typical Marvel movie, because we've all done this, like, stair step into babyhood, or baby steps into whatever we're doing and all that kind of stuff. And, like, we've had Tony Stark before. He's learning how to do everything. And there was a lot of learning, but it was different, which is good. And there wasn't like, I'm going to learn how to do this, and I'm going to fix this and do this. No, it was flat out like, it felt like you were actually part of the school that Strange is in. And I know a bunch of people were like, whitewashing sucks. We put Tilda Swinton in the Ancient One's spot. That's BS. Before all of you say anything, I want to know, A, who you would cast. So go ahead and write down in the comments below. Because when people go, well, that's crap, they should have cast an Asian. Name one. Name one that would actually be good in that spot. And two, does it really matter as long as the character or the essence of the character is still portrayed? They changed a little bit, but look at how good Ant-Man was, and Ant-Man is nothing like the real Scott Lang. Scott Lang is just a bastard. I think this is my favorite part in my area. Like this, my favorite area in the place that I live. It's because it's so nice, and you got the hill and everything. So yeah, comment below what a better cast for that would be. The second thing, they changed her a tiny bit. The Ancient One was a dude. And also, oh, that was the other thing. My brother knows more about Strange than I do, which he explained to me, which I full-heartedly hop on board with this. You need your hands to cast spells. At one point, the Hulk breaks Doctor Strange's hands, and he can't cast any spells or anything like that. And the whole point of fixing yourself with magic, like that's how Doctor Strange does that, and he has to continually cast a spell to do that. So he casts a healing spell, fixes his hands, but it's temporary and it's not permanent. And that's really the bad guy, the evil one, and all that kind of stuff. I can't remember what the hell his name is. Dormammu. He is always the one that's knocking at his door saying, I can fix you, period. If you give me everything I want, I will give you everything you want and more. I will give you power, I will give you wealth, I'll fix your hands. Your hands will be perfect again. So that's always like the thing that's tugging at his well-being or his soul, is just the, can I do this? Like should I do this? You know, no, that's evil. But everybody has that moment of like, but I would be happy if I could just go back to how this was. But it was really well portrayed, I will say, for a film adaptation. I'll be right back. So, funny story, I went into the donut shop and I recorded a bunch, met a couple nice people, and it turned out after I got home to start editing and all that kind of stuff and transfer whatever's on this camera to my desktop, for some reason it just didn't take. I recorded it, I saw a little bit of it, and right-click, drag, move kind of thing, and it just, for some reason, said goodbye. So I guess this is the rest of the Doctor Strange thoughts. I liked it a lot. I think it had great cinematography, good character development. I thought it was a little weird that they changed Strange, but I understand why. I would recommend go seeing it. I thought it was a solid 8 or 7, depending on how hard I want to critique it, I guess, or my seal of approval. I definitely would say it's a good date movie if your girlfriend is into Marvel. It's also a good little redemption movie, which is nice. But I liked it a lot. It's something you could take a family to as well. There's no crazy innuendo or anything like that. I highly recommend going. Enjoy.